Reed Richards of the Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four. Didn't you guys chart in the 60s?
Hey, welcome to CBR. The Fantastic Four are truly Marvel Comics royalty. As Marvel's first family, the Fantastic Four single-handedly created the Marvel Age of Comics, but despite this, have struggled in recent years to gain popularity. Today, at CBR, we're taking a trip to the Baxter Building and visiting the Fantastic Four. In 1961, Fantastic Four #1 was published, one of the most seminal comic books of all time. It told the story of how Reed Richards, Ben Grimm, Susan Storm, and Johnny Storm ventured into space only to be exposed to cosmic rays. The unexpected accident altered each of them in wondrous ways. Reed gained the power to bend his body in any way imaginable. Sue could render herself completely invisible. Johnny found himself transformed into a being of pure fire, and Ben's body had become a monstrously strong incarnation of orange rock. When they returned to Earth, they decided to use their amazing new powers to help protect the world. Thus, the Fantastic Four was born. The Fantastic Four was a massive success for Marvel Comics as it broke new ground for the company. The Fantastic Four were exactly that, a team of heroes, and not just a singular person in a mask or cape. The Fantastic Four weren't mysterious heroes who hid their identities. They were famous celebrities. Johnny even had his own fan club. Unlike other superhero teams, they were a family and dealt with common familial problems. Reed and Sue's relationship as lovers, partners, and eventually parents gave them a very personal and human touch. Ben and Johnny often bickered and fought, with Ben's caustic attitude always causing some form of drama or another. The Fantastic Four were fittingly fantastic superheroes, but they were a family first and acted like a family. Just as all roads lead to Rome, so do all roads lead back to the Fantastic Four in the Marvel Universe. Some of the greatest and most impactful characters in Marvel made their debut thanks to the Fantastic Four. Dr. Doom, the world's ultimate supervillain. The Skrulls, shape-shifting aliens bent on total domination. The Inhumans, superpowered beings from the dark side of the moon. Adam Warlock, the keeper of the vampiric soul gem. Kang the Conqueror, the supreme ruler of time. And Black Panther, the monarch of Wakanda, have all debuted in the pages of the Fantastic Four. As truly impressive as the history and impact of the Fantastic Four may be, perhaps no other superhero team has suffered from such a difficult transition into the modern age than they have. Iron Man, Spider-Man, and the X-Men all traveled into the 80s, 90s, and 2000s with relative ease, whether because of their inherent youthfulness, vibrant personalities, or plain old cool factor. Each of those heroes were able to adapt to radical new trends and tastes. The Fantastic Four, however, remained resolutely in the past. Reed Richards, as wonderful a hero as he may be, will always be seen as the staunch scientist with a pipe in his mouth, despite having decades of character development. Sue has never been truly able to cast aside her title as Invisible Girl, her feats and accomplishments often going ignored. Ben and Johnny have tons of personality, but these two characters can't carry a team-up series on their own. As the gritty stories of the 80s revolutionized the comic industry, with the likes of Frank Miller's Batman, The Dark Knight Returns, and Alan Moore's Watchmen bringing gritty realism to the mix, the Fantastic Four began to lag behind. The extreme makeover that was the 90s with the radical adventures of X-Force, the X-Men, and the exuberance of Spider-Man and his host of symbiote villains, the Fantastic Four were left further and further in the past. Attempts at shaking up the mix did little to reinvigorate readers' interest in the family of heroes, even with acts such as scarring Ben's face and giving Sue one of the most ridiculous outfits of the 90s. The list of writers and artists that have worked on the Fantastic Four reads like a greatest hits of the comics industry's best names. The brightest and most exciting moments of the Marvel Universe have appeared and been explored thanks to the Fantastic Four. 1986's Fantastic Four vs. the X-Men is a shining culmination of what makes the Fantastic Four one of Marvel's best teams, and a must-read for fans might need to be convinced in giving them a shot. Without them, Marvel just wouldn't be Marvel, plain and simple. And with a brand new movie on the horizon, now's the perfect time to dive into Marvel's first family. Thanks for watching CBR. Until next time.